You know, it's been a while since I've ever been so overly pissed off over a Lakers L. I guess because I've just been so immune to it over the last couple years since they sucked. But man, does this L really piss off your boy. I mean, good God almighty. You want to talk about a bad coached team, a poorly coached team? Just watch the last minute with Lakers just did in this game. You know, first of all, they start this game off perfectly fine. It looks like they're going to blow out the Orlando Magic, get revenge for what happened last Saturday. Kuzma's absolutely on fire, and like always in Luke Walton fashion, they go away from everything that they were doing good. They go into halftime. I don't know what the hell Luke tells this team, but they come out playing like absolute shit. They forget to play defense, apparently. And then they just get their ass whooped in that third quarter. They chip away in the fourth. Brandon Ingram finally wakes up because he had a terrible 3 quarters. Fourth quarter, he starts dominating, and they go away from that again. My boy, Lonzo Ball doesn't even play in the fourth quarter. How? How does Lonzo Ball not play in the fourth quarter? My boy had 9 points and 9 rebounds. He is your best on-ball defender, and he doesn't play a minute in the fourth quarter. And I'm heated, my boys. I need to relax right now. It's just so infuriating to see a coach be so limited when it comes to calling plays and sets, and seeing a coach go away from plays that are working. They go out, like Kuzma is on fire. The Orlando Magic cannot guard Kuzma, and he literally doesn't touch the ball. He doesn't touch the ball at all. Brandon Ingram dominates in the fourth quarter, and with a minute to go in a game, in a tied game, he doesn't touch the ball. You know what the Lakers go for in the minute when a tied game? 104-104. Tied game. They go for a KCP 3, a LeBron James 3, and then down 2 with like 40 seconds to go. LeBron attacks the rim, gets a wide open layup, throws it out to KCP for another 3. For what reason? This dude isn't Klay Thompson? It's just absolutely infuriating, my boys. And they don't go to Brandon, who was absolutely dominating in that fourth quarter. Lonzo doesn't get to even get on the floor in that fourth quarter. Rajon Rondo's not even playing, so they had like no play other than LeBron and B.I. And Kuzma doesn't even get the ball. Instead of running a play of pick and rolls with either Kuzma or Brandon or KCP, instead they just say, hey, let's go for the win in a tied game with a minute to go, because Luke Walton is an idiot. I'm sorry to say it. He's a bona fide idiot, and we have the worst coaching staff in the NBA. It's not even close. You want to know why we have the worst coaching staff in the NBA? Other than Brian Shaw, name me one other assistant coach on this Laker bench that has any experience in the NBA when it comes to coaching. This coaching staff on the Lakers is a freaking laughingstock. It's why Magic hates this coaching staff. He can't stand them. Why? Because they're all Luke Walton's buddies from Arizona. They're all his freaking buddies that go to the beach and play volleyball. That's why this coaching staff sucks. And you know what? Honestly, I'm starting to think this coaching staff is really like regressing this young Laker team. They're not good coaches. They're not a good bunch of people. They're a bunch of yes men. It's Luke Walton and his buddies. They can't draw up a successful play to save their lives. They're down, and they're in a tie game. A tie game. Instead of attacking the basket, instead of doing a pick and roll with Brandon Ingram, who is dominating in that fourth quarter, instead of doing a pick and roll or having Kuzma cut to the basket, which was successful in that first quarter, they go for a KCP 3-pointer. They go for a LeBron James ISO 3-pointer. In a game where they're down by 2 points, LeBron gets to the basket and passes it out to KCP for another 3-pointer. Basic fundamentals, ladies and gentlemen. Go for the damn tie. What is this eagerness to go for 3? Why? Because you guys can't make free throws anymore? That's another thing. They're allergic to making both free throws. They can apparently only make 1 free throw each player in the damn team. I'm just haven't been this pissed off over a loss, because this game was theirs for the taking. They had this game in the first quarter, and instead of just sticking to the script, the other team adjusts. You know, Steve Clifford and the Magic adjust. The problem with Luke Walton, the whole boy doesn't adjust. He just stays there and watches his team do the same plays over and over and over again, but the other team figures them out, and by then they're already getting ready to blow their asses out. And look, I pause on that, but I'm infuriated. I'm pissed off. This should have been a win. This should have been a scheduled win. The Orlando Magic are not this good. Apparently, DJ Augustine owns the Lakers. Like, he just owns them completely. I can't believe it, my dude. Like, I can't believe, for one, just that last minute of play. I want people to watch that last minute. It's probably somewhere on YouTube. Watch it. Study it, and that's a prime example for a team that is poorly freaking coached. They went for 3 3-pointers in a tied game and a 2-point game with a minute to go, with KCP shooting the 3-pointers. Not Kuzma, who's been on fire all night. Not Brandon Ingram, who caught fire in that fourth quarter. Not even Lonzo Ball, who had an amazing game and who was filling up the stat sheet. Doesn't even play a minute in the fourth quarter. Doesn't even touch the floor. Gets totally benched for KCP. Don't get me wrong, KCP had some key defensive moments. Cool. He had really good moments when he was stripping the ball and getting on the floor and causing trouble on the defensive end with Terrence Ross. I get that. But who the hell gave him the green light to shoot a three-pointer in a tied game with a minute to go? Instead of setting up a play for Ingram to attack the basket on a pick and roll. Instead of having Kuzma, who was dominating the Magic on cuts and pick and rolls and getting to the basket. They go for a KCP 3, not once, but twice. And LeBron, this is probably his worst performance. He needs to figure out the free throw thing, man. He's shooting like Shaquille O'Neal at the free throw line. It's like the spirit of Shaq in the Lakers jersey has like, I don't know what's going on, dude. It's just ridiculous. The free throw shooting is stupid, but the coaching is the biggest issue. They don't have an assistant coach that is willing to step up and help Luke Walton draw up an X and O. Like Steve Kerr has Mike Brown and Ron Adams. You know, the Sixers have Monty Williams, who I think was one of their best acquisitions of the summer. Popovich has a coaching staff that is like by far are all going to be eventually head coaches. You know, he has so many different head coaches leave that team. Phil Jackson's coaching tree is just terrible. I just got to say that as well. Like Kurt Rambis, Luke Walton, Brian Shaw, Derek Fisher, they have all been terrible coaches. Maybe it's time for the Lakers to stop hiring ex-players as their coaches, and it's time to go hire somebody that's actually freaking good. You know, I've always said the Luke Walton thing was a fluke. He got a Warriors team that was amazing, and just because of that, we gave him the job. And he doesn't have anybody. Look at that coaching staff. Brian Shaw isn't good enough. Everybody else are all his ex-roommates, ex-teammates, ex-classmates, ex-volleyball teammates. It's just not a good coaching staff. And it's infuriating. It's annoying. This should have been a scheduled win. This should have been a scheduled win. They barely beat Cleveland. They barely beat Utah, which were two of the worst wins of the season. They looked like shit in those two games. And then they come into this game. They play beautiful basketball to start. And they just throw it all away because Luke Walton and his staff don't know how to adjust. They don't know how to drop a successful play. They don't know what to do when the ball is like in the hands of LeBron James and the shot clock is ticking down. It's infuriating, my dude. I think KCP needs to go. I think the coaching staff needs to be totally reshuffled. If I'm Magic, I'm telling Luke, you need to get rid of at least 2 or 3 of these guys and bring in some quality guys that know what they're doing. This coaching staff is the worst in the NBA, my boys, and it's infuriating. It's annoying. Like I said, I've never been this heated because this was a game they should have won. They should have won this game from the get-go. They should have won this game in the fourth quarter. Again, tied game. Tied game, and we have to deal with bullshit like that. Anyways, boys, I'm infuriated. I'm annoyed. Sound off in the comment section. What did you guys think about the end of this Laker game? And if you like this video, slap the thumb. Subscribe and join that quick daily uploads. That quick daily uploads Monday through Sunday. 7 days, a week. Links are down below. In the description. Your boy is heated. It's ridiculous. We need a new coach. And the thing is that these cheap wins against Utah and Cleveland, they're just going to prolong. They're going to prolong this coaching staff, and I'm pissed. I'm pissed off, guys. Anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys enjoy your Sunday. I'm going to try to enjoy the rest of mine and try to calm down a little bit because that was literally the worst loss I have experienced as a Laker fan in a while. Because like I said, I've been dealing with them tanking for the last couple of years, so I've been kind of able to shrug them off. But when it's a game like this that's literally there for the taking and because of coaching they lose, whatever. I'll see you guys later on. Sound off in the comment section. You guys have a great Sunday. Too sweet.